Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban, and it is Saturday, which means it is time for another Homeworld Mod Spotlight. Today, we are checking out the Star Trek vs. Homeworld mod. Now, before we get going, this mod is actually 3 mods put together. It is using the Star Trek Continuum 2310 mod, the Goliath Makes Battlecruisers Great Again, which, by the way, amazing name, and the Star Trek vs. Homeworld. And in order to actually launch this, in case you guys wanted to play this by yourselves, because this is available on Steam, all 3 of these mods, you have to load it in that exact order. So you have to do Star Trek Continuum first, or Star Trek Continuum 2310 first, because there's multiple Continuum mods. The Goliath Make Battlecruisers Greater Again second, and then the Star Trek vs. Homeworld mod third. So, what is this mod? What are we playing today? So basically, this is a mod that allows you to play as the Federation and fight against all of the Homeworld factions. So you can have Federation versus Kushan, Federation versus Higara, blah blah blah. So now we can actually figure out who's going to win in a battle, a Galaxy-class Star Trek cruiser, or a Higaran battlecruiser, or a Defiant ship versus a Titan ion cannon frigate. We can finally figure that out. So let's go ahead and get into Skirmish. Now, one thing I do like, this mod has a lot of comedy. So like your computer difficulties are Fuddy Duddy, your toaster, which is easies. Beefy, 50s Robbie the robot, which is medium. Butch the bishop is hard. And then no blanket data is like very hard. So you have easy, medium, hard, very hard, pretty much. So, and another thing that I have to say about this mod is there are a couple things I ran into when I was kind of testing it before I did this recording. The first one is the GUI is a little bit glitched if the enemy is either Higaran or Titan. I don't know why. I'll show you when we get in the actual game. I'm not entirely sure why we have this glitch, but there's also another issue where, unless it says right here, but where you have to have at least one enemy to be Higaran in order for the mod to work. If you don't have this set, then the AI won't do anything. They'll just sit there and harvest, which is a shame, because if we have the Higaran on the map, then we have the GUI glitch. But if we don't, if we just have either the Federation or Kushan on the map, then the glitch doesn't appear, but the game won't actually run right. So it's kind of one of those weird, frustrating glitches. So let's go ahead and get this set up. So in order to kind of show this off a little bit better, let's go ahead and go to Alpha Centauri. Yeah, we'll play on a Federation map. We'll do this. I will play as the Federation to kind of show that off. We will have a... We'll put the enemies on hard, but we're going to do a 2 versus 2. I think that'll kind of fair things up, because I want my ally to be Kushan. We want one of our enemies to be Federation, and we'll make the other one Vagar. So it'll be Federation and Kushan versus the Federation and Vagar. So think of this as like the anti-Federation. Okay, and then over here we have all of our resource options. So for multipliers, we have a lot of choices actually. That's pretty cool. So standard is 1x, low is 0.5, none is 0. I wonder how you would actually play with that. And then you have like all these other values too. Unit cap, I'm not exactly sure what the unit caps are. No reinforcements. Wow. So you have your default, which is your Homeworld default, multiplayer plus, which is kind of the mods version of what it should be, and then obviously huge. And then starting resources, I guess that's what you would do. You would start out with a crap ton of resources and then just turn all these off and not actually harvest and just, you know, build giant fleets and kill each other, which isn't a bad idea. We'll keep it at 10,000. Locked teams, yes. Fixed locations, and then the AI strategy is the same from Homeworld 2 or Homeworld Remastered. So you got your defensive, your normal, aggressive, and dynamic, which are adaptive. Dynamic was actually pretty difficult when I was messing around with this, but we'll keep it on. See how well we can do. And I do like the fact they have bounty percentages. That's actually pretty cool. So low bounty, which means when you get 4% of what you kill from the enemy, medium, and high. I think this is Homeworld defaults, and then you have all these other values here. We'll set them to medium. We'll have a medium bounty. And then you have resource injections, which used to be 1, 2, 3, but you also have all of these. This is probably why you could turn resources off, because you can have resource injections at incredibly high levels. We'll keep it at we'll keep resource injections off, and we'll just rely on bounties. Apologies about that. I live on a farm, and it's been a little bit active around here this morning with deer and whatnot being spotted, so our dogs were barking at it. Anyways, so hopefully that probably will happen a couple more times, just to let you guys know. So then we also have challenges, which I believe are the same from Homeworld 2. Relics, which again are same from Homeworld 2. Same with crates. Starting unit. So disabled flagship is what we have for the Federation. It's basically a productive. I think it's like a Constitution class. We'll see when we get in the game. But it's disabled, so it can't actually fight or anything, but it still can produce things. So you have that, and then you have the flagship mothership plus something else, full fleet. We'll stick with the Homeworld 2 default and just start with the mothership and flagship. And allow Star Trek treaties. Can the Federation call upon the Romulans and Gorn for help? So this is special research in this game where we can research like I'm actually going to turn this off. But basically in the game, there's research that you can do to like call in or to have the ability to build some Romulan ships or some Klingon ships. Like I think you can build the bird of prey, and there's some sort of Gorn and Romulan ship you can make. But we'll turn that off so we can just have the Federation versus Homeworld. Insurgent frigates and Klingon bird of prey in game. No. We'll keep these off. And static defense hardpoints. Humans only. Not exactly sure what that is, so we'll keep it on. Advanced armor upgrades, yep. Research boost slot. I have no idea what this is. Jumbo shrimp boss? Does this spawn a boss? I have no idea what that is. Rush protection 0. Grant research to the slot of game start. Oh. Oh, no. No, we don't want that. Okay, well anyways, that's enough going through all the options. Let's go ahead and start the game and get into it. By the way, I do love the loading screens in this mod. It has all like the quotes or whatnot from Star Trek. Same with the menu screen. A lot of them are like a big scene in Star Trek mixed with like some Higaran or whatever you call it, flair with the God dang it, what are they called? The Homeworld people. Jeez. Anyways, this is the GUI. Actually, it's not too bad over here at this time. But this up here is not supposed to be there. That right there is not supposed to be there.
Enemy capital ships must be
this isn't supposed to be here. But this is a glitch, I guess, with running 3 mods at once. I'll load it at the end of this video, but I'll show you why this isn't supposed to be here. But that's kind of the thing I was telling you guys about. Anyways, here is our disabled flagship. It's an Enterprise, my bad. I think it's a Constitution class of Enterprise, but
awaiting orders.
I'm not too familiar with Star Trek, surprisingly. But anyways, one of the things I do actually like about this mod is the fact they redone all of the voiceovers.
Ready. Collection confirmed.
So that isn't a Homeworld 2 or Homeworld 1 voiceover. That's ones that the mod made for this mod, which is pretty cool.
Reporting.
Also, I like how our garbage processing barrage is like a captured tight end carrier. I actually kind of like that. Let's bring you over here.
Set.
Mothership.
So, oh, our ally starts on the other side of the map. Okay. Also, if you listen, you hear the Star Trek things. They did a pretty good job with this mod. So anyways, the first ship we can build are the Hornets. These are basically our like scout interceptor. And then we can upgrade to fast tracking torpedoes, which allows us to build our anti-corvette fighter, which we'll go ahead and get going, and then our lance phasers, which allows us to get our bomber corvette. Now, the Federation side doesn't actually have a combat corvette. Instead, they have more like an oversized fighter that acts like a bomber for capital ships. So just keep that in mind. We don't actually have corvette-sized ships. Instead, we have like this one, which is kind of your main, like your main interceptor, and then you have this one, which is kind of your main fighter class anti-corvette ship, the Phantom, who has two pulsed phasers,
Research complete.
one fast tracking torpedo, and then this one just has two phased pulsed phasers. So pretty cool.
Mothership.
Now you move out.
Mothership.
Now there's no actual way to upgrade your disabled flagship. It's supposed to be this team's mothership. So it can produce a lot of things, but it can't actually, you know, fight back because it has its weapons disabled. Anyways, let's go see how our ally is doing. The Kushan. I wasn't expecting to be on the other side of the map. He's harvesting resources, doing his stuff, living his best life. Now we're gonna need more resources. We could probably go up there. By the way, this map is gigantic. I wasn't expecting this map to be this big. How big is this map? Oh my god. Reminds me of the old Homeworld maps. Anyways,
Ready.
here is our little Hornet class. He looks pretty darn good. Now, from what I've seen, most of these actually look pretty close to what their models look like in Star Trek.
Standing by.
Like, here's the Phantom.
Research complete. New
I think these are like attack shuttles. I think that's what they're supposed to be. These aren't actually like, you know, exploring class. Like the Constitution.
Construction underway.
So, in order to build larger ships, we will have to get our shipyard. In order to get our shipyard, we have to get warp couplings, which is basically the hyperdrive. So we can go ahead and start researching that to get some frigate-class ships going. We also, in order to harvest, because I do like... They never actually, on some of the maps you have your dilithium miners, but they're basically just repurposed, Higaran harvesters. But you will need these, and we will need the supply ship.
Underway.
I'm gonna go ahead and build two supply ships. I'm gonna send one there, and probably one here. So we can get our economy going and not have to worry too much about it. Okay, our spectator... I don't know why I call this a spectator class. The Spectre class, we're just going to call it that. Here is our Corvette class ship. One thing I also forgot to mention was the damage and stuff down here. So this is our heavy strike craft. It is designed to take down other frigates and whatnot. It doesn't have a whole lot of... ability to really fight other fighters or the health. It only has 140 health, where the Hornet has 800 and the Phantom has 1800. So yeah,
Standing by.
you want to be careful with these. They are kind of expensive. No, actually, never mind, scratch that. They are extremely cheap compared to the other ships, but they are mainly designed to attack other frigate class ships and above. And then we also have our little supply guy that just got built. He looks pretty good. Basically, this guy is your resource controller. He's got areas for ships to dock whenever they mine, and he can build his own miners himself, which is why I didn't actually build the miners. So let's go ahead and move this one here.
Destination locked in.
And once he gets to his destination, we will start getting more miners. Okay, shipyard has just been built. It just hyperspaced in, or warped in.
Confirmed.
But this right here is our shipyard. Now with this shipyard, we can start building frigate class ships and then start getting our destroyer class ships as well. Shipyards can also build other shipyards, which is pretty cool. It makes sense. But then we also need to research, I forget what it is. We need to research...
I caught one. Stay on top of them.
Oh hey, look at that. Oh crap, is that where the AI is? Oh, that sucks. Well anyways, I also just realized we need those treaties in order to build our heavy shipyards. Okay, didn't know that. So we're gonna go ahead and restart real quick, because since I have those treaties disabled, I can't actually build the heavy shipyard, which allows us to build our heavy cruiser classes. Plus, I'm probably going to change the map because I think the enemy AI is actually up here. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, I will be back once we get back up to this point. Okay, so we're back up to where we are. I'm playing on a different map. It's the Earth map now. So you have Earth here in the background. We have the sun there. We have the moon here. It's a pretty cool map. It's about the same size as the old one, but the AI won't start above me. At least I hope it doesn't. So anyways, here is our little shipyard. At the moment, we can only build 2 frigate class ships. We can build the Akula class, a sturdy and economical frontline frigate. Its simple design allows for fast production with firepower as needed quickly. So it comes with 6 phaser Mark 7s. Pretty cool. I would probably call this more of a corvette slash frigate killer. I wouldn't use these against the strong frigates, so like assault frigates, like the support class frigates, this thing will be really good against. But like ion cannon frigates, trying to think of the other ones, but mainly like ion cannon frigates you don't really want to go up against, or like torpedo frigates it probably can handle. But
Assembly
yeah,
underway.
we'll build a couple of these.
Berths are clear.
And then once we get our research, we can get our medium-sized frigate, the Miranda, a versatile ship used as a ship of the line in prolonged battles. This is your main frigate versus frigate ship. So any frigate that the enemy brings in, this is what you want to use against. So ion cannon frigates, assault frigates, those ones you want to use. It comes with phasers, 6 Mark 7 phasers, 1 forward proton torpedo Mark 4, and 1 aft proton torpedo Mark 4. So obviously we need to research photon controls, not proton. I'm thinking of the wrong universe. In order to use this thing. We can also build a Centaur, which is an anti-strike craft frigate. This is your flak frigate, basically. Strike craft killer, avoid contact with any ship class heavier than a corvette. So fighter, anti-fighter, and corvette, this is your ship you want to use. Comes with 4 pulsed phasers, 1 forward aft fast tracking photon torpedo, and 1 front. I'm just gonna say front. 4 and aft. I keep getting confused. 1 front fast tracking photon torpedo.
Construction underway.
So we'll go ahead and start constructing maybe 2 of those because we're still really early in the game. Then after that, we can get our Constellation class. As much firepower as could be mounted to a frigate-sized chassis. Expensive, but heavily effective. Highly effective, my bad. So it has 535 crew. I also forgot to kind of mention that in the other one. 150 crew, 200 crew, and 90 crew. Now, crew complement, I'm not entirely sure how that is calculated in this game. That could just be something they threw in. But if I would have to guess, that's probably like your auto repair system. So the higher crew complement your ship has, the faster it can auto repair. That would be my guess, but I don't have any. Ooh, our ship just got built. I don't have any things to actually tell you about that. So here's the Akula class. This is our light frigate. Builds quickly and is used pretty effectively. Or used whenever you just need firepower against corvettes and light frigates. So 257 meters per second, 1,027 damage per second, and 40,000 health. Not bad. But now,
Copy.
come on, I want to focus on this. There we go. Let's go back to our constellation. This has 8 phaser Mark 7s, so it has 8 of the phasers instead of 6. 1 forward photon torpedo and 1 aft photon torpedo. So yeah, that's our biggest frigate. And then of course we have this one, the Bree class, more commonly known as the Klingon Bird of Prey, has been in service for the Empire for over 80 years. A disposable sneak attack unit armed with improved torpedoes based on the neutron impulsion technology found in this universe. So they've actually improved their torpedoes based off of the Homeworld technology. Indeed. So we have to research the Klingon Empire Treaty, and in order to get this, we get 2 Mark 8 disruptor pulsed cannons and 1 ZX4 neutron torpedo. And also has the ability to cloak. So this is your cloaking bird, basically. I would think of this as an advanced ion array frigate from Cataclysm. But anyways, let's go ahead. And now one thing I do have to mention about the Federation, their ships build extremely slow. These are frigate class ships we're building right now, and this is how slow or how long it's taking to get them done. Also, according to the game, these are economical frigates, which are the cheapest and quickest to build. So just keep that in mind. Make sure if you're playing as the Federation, keep your ships alive, because they do take a long time to build, or build a lot of frigate yards. I just have one going so I can just, you know, build and show these things off. But make sure you have plenty of frigate yards in order to get these things building. Plus, they're also extremely expensive. This frigate, which is supposed to be the weakest frigate, is 1,800 RUs. That is more money than a destroyer class on the Kushan side. So just keep that in mind. They are powerful, but you do want to make sure they stay alive. Alrighty, our Centaur. I get so many names and whatnot mixed up because I am horrible at spelling and reading. But anyways, here's our Centaur class frigate. Looks pretty darn cool. I think I remember this being like one of the first flagships in one of the old Star Trek games. Anyways, this is your anti-strike craft frigate, so you want to use this against fighters and corvettes. I'm going to go ahead and group these things up like I do normal fighters. Indeed. Still get that engine glitch, even in a mod. Good old Homeworld 2.
Acknowledged.
Anyways, I'm going to grab you guys, and Hornets, you are also...
Standing by.
I think I'm just going to make all of you guys...
Research complete. New frigates available for construction.
anti-fighter.
Group 1 designated.
Standing by.
Actually, let's make you guys group 2. And Phantom's what I want.
Roger.
Group 2 reinforced.
Group 1 copies.
Group 1.
Group 1 assigned.
There you go. So you guys are all anti-fighter.
2 copies.
You guys are anti-corvette. And then once the new ones get built, we'll make them anti-frigate.
Construction underway.
Let's go ahead and get all that going. I got my guys down here, moving here so they can get more resources because we're running low. But yeah, once the next ship's available, I'll let you guys know.
Way.
I wonder if these maps don't actually work that well. Because my ally hasn't done anything but just harvest resources. You know, I'm going to switch over to a Homeworld map. So again, we're switching over. You guys won't notice any of this because it'll all be cut out, but I will build up to the point to where we are, which is getting the Miranda class out in a Homeworld 2 map. Because that would also be better because we'll be close to our ally anyway, so you guys can see some combat. So, I'll be back. Oh my. Well, they really adjusted this map. Okay, we're playing on, I think it's Iron Curtain.
Enemy capital ships must be destroyed.
Mothership underway.
I kind of picked this map because we start next to our ally. So hopefully this will work better. I also set the resources up to 100,000 so we don't really have to worry too much about harvesting.
Resources locked in.
Actually no, you guys all get down here.
Coordinates confirmed.
So good. I'm gonna go ahead and move my mothership over to the our allies' mothership, and then we will.
Construction underway. Copy.
I'll be back whenever we get back up to the Miranda class, or unless there's a combat going on, because I'll commentate that for you guys. I also just realized, I wonder if that glitch is specific to certain maps, because now we're not having that issue that I was talking about earlier. We can actually see all of our icons. You can see all the cool icons over here that are customized.
Research complete.
So,
New upgrades available.
yeah, I think
available
certain
for
maps
Resource
are
collector awaiting
glitched, where the
instructions.
AI doesn't work despite the fact you have one of the... Oh wait, I just realized why the AI is not working. Because one of the AIs weren't Higaran! Gah! I'll be back. Okay, so I ran into an interesting glitch. I've tried a couple times to play this with the Titan on the team, Titan and Higaran. I'm trying to figure out which one's causing the crash, but for some reason the game won't, the map I'm trying to play on, Iron Curtain, won't play with one of those AI on the map. So I'm gonna try one more time and see if I can figure out which one is actually causing the crash. So this time it loaded. That was the whole reason why we were able to actually see all this stuff, because I did have the Higarans in the game. Because Higarans causes all those gooey issues for some reason, but makes the AI work, so I don't know. But yeah, so apparently don't have the Titan in as one of the CPUs. Apparently it causes the game to crash.
Mothership.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mothership.
Oh hey, look at that. Oh yeah, the AI is definitely working. Maybe that's why we had issues loading the Titan, because the Kushan had the Titan mothership as their shipyard. Interesting. But it looks like the Higarans are an intercept course for our allies.
Pick your targets. Supporting friendly units.
Let's go ahead and get you guys here.
Reporting.
You, I want you to stay away from the battle, so you get over here.
Initiating hyperspace jump.
Confirmed.
Let's get in the battle, boys. A little strike craft fighting enemy bombers.
Coordinates confirmed.
We are definitely superior, but they can have a lot more bombers than we can. I don't know why I'm having that. I hope you guys aren't hearing that, but there's a weird like static sound that happens every once in a while. Maybe when these weapons are broken or something.
Bounty received.
Destination locked in.
This mod is good, but it definitely still needs a lot of work.
Moving to destination.
Good gravy. Wow, I already built a destroyer. Jeez. They build so much faster than we do. Maybe giving the AI 100,000 resources to just go ham crazy on was a mistake. My ally already built... Oh, it's a keeper. Oh yeah, that's their advanced destroyer in this mod. The keeper class. It always confuses me because it always has the cruiser symbol. It should have the destroyer symbol. Okay, we finally got a Miranda class built. Looks like a pretty cool ship. Now again, this is kind of our main frigate frontline ship. You will be using this to fight other frigates. It's got 249 movement, 2,200 damage per second, and 60,000 health. So yeah, but it looks pretty darn cool. I love the models in this mod, by the way. I think that's my favorite thing about it. They really, really do look good. Okay, our Constellation class just got built. pretty cool looking frigate. Again, this is our heavy frigate class ship, so it's designed to go against frigates, maybe even a couple like a destroyer by itself, and well, maybe not by itself, but in like a group they could probably take down destroyers. But yeah, this is our heavy frigate class. It looks, again, the models in this mod look amazing. I love how so much detail go into these models, and I can't wait to actually see them in combat. But our ally is kind of going crazy when it... Ooh! Our heavy shipyard just got built.
New utility class ships available
Sweet.
for construction.
Confirmed.
So in the heavy shipyard is where we can build our destroyer and battlecruiser class ships. So the Constitution refit we can build. The Excelsior class, the Midway class, which is our carrier. It's pretty cool. Build it to show you off, and then the Ambassador. Now the Constitutional refit is our destroyer class vessel. A proven design that has turned the tides of many battles, the destroyer is the pride of the Federation. So it is one of our main frontline. Let me make sure I'm getting all my research done. What do I need for you? Photon controls and superconducting crystals. Oh, we're researching superconducting. Okay. So this has a crew argument of 430. It has 6 phaser Mark 8s, which are stronger than the frigate brand. 1 forward photon torpedo Mark 5, which are stronger than the frigate variant, and 1 aft photon torpedo Mark 5, again stronger than the frigate variant. So this is the main thing you'll be using to go against destroyer class ships. And then we have the Excelsior, which is our heavy cruiser class. A powerful battleship capable of providing sustained heavy fire in all directions, an integrated gravity well and economical hyperspacing or warp driving, complete the state-of-the-art killing machine.
New upgrades available. New capital ships available for construction.
Berths are clear.
So this is our main battle cruiser. Like, this is our heavy hitter that'll probably take out any type of frigate, destroyer, class ship, and then go up against its own battle cruisers.
Supporting friendly units.
Oh my, there's a war going on up here.
Roger.
Lock all weapons on target.
Let's see how the Miranda does. We're probably gonna die. There goes our torpedoes. They exploded before they can actually do anything. But anyways, back to this. We have Midway, which has 8 phaser Mark 7, so they're kind of like frigate class ones. Yeah, they're frigate class phasers.
New heading set. Moving while engaging.
Group 1.
But the main thing about the Midway is it's an attack carrier, a durable and hard-hitting capital ship capable of bringing strike craft production to the front lines. So it's not as powerful as like the destroyer or battle cruiser, but it can build fighters and corvettes, strike craft on the fly. So you can bring them to the front lines instead of building them here at your shipyards. So those are pretty cool. And then after that we have the Ambassador class, which is the experimental dreadnought. This is a super powerful ship. The latest hull design coupled with repulsing phasers designed to keep the deadly weapons found on the side of the dimensional rift at bay. So this ship has 6 retro repulsing phasers Mark 10, and those are 1 rank above of our dreadnought, so very powerful. 8 forward facing photon torpedoes. Pretty cool. And then 1 aft facing photon torpedo. So it doesn't have as much crew as the Midway, which makes sense. Midway is a carrier class, but it has a lot more than the battle cruisers.
Local resources exhausted.
But this
fleet moving on.
costs
Nothing left out here.
15,000 RUs to make.
Supporting friendly units.
Or Excelsior or battle cruisers 10,000. So very, very expensive. And of course we have the Firehawk Cloak Destroyer. Romulan destroyer with short-range, high-damage weaponry, attacks unsuspecting prey with enough sustained firepower to force a retreat and claim disputed space. So this is a hard-hitting destroyer class, which we will build one as well. The ally has such a big freaking fleet. Once we get a
Ready.
once we get a large enough
Resource collector awaiting orders.
oh my,
Roger.
once we get a large enough fleet,
Assembly underway.
we will start
Copy.
engaging with the enemy.
Berths are clear.
Standing by.
Kind of show off how some of these ships actually work. But the Constitution refit is almost done. That is our destroyer class,
That's right, move right along.
Roger.
which pretty much looks like the Constitution from the original Star Trek series. It's pretty much what it is. But it does 7,300 damage, has 160,000 hull, and moves at 169 meters per second. Now again, because of the way Homeworld works, the larger the ship class, the slower your ship is going to move. That's just the way Homeworld has always worked. So like if we look at the Miranda, it moves 249 meters per
There's
second.
nothing left out here.
Hornet
Ready.
moves 487 meters per second.
Confirmed.
The Constellation is 241.
Roger. Roger.
And this one's 169. So yeah, it's very powerful, but it doesn't move that quickly. Ooh! The enemy Federation's attacking.
Nothing but gravel out here.
The weapons actually look really, really cool in this mod too. It's like seeing a Kushan destroyer go up against a frigate class Star Trek ship is actually pretty cool. Let's compare them real quick. Let's see, this destroyer is 216,000 health and 1,021 damage. You have 60,000 health, but you do twice as much damage as a destroyer class for the Kushan side. There's a reason why they can build so many ships, and why our ships take so long to build. Because ours are really, really powerful, and we can get a group going,
Complete.
things will look pretty good. Woohoo! Okay, so the enemy actually built one of the Excelsior classes. Built two of them, actually. Jeez. I'm still building my first one. 3 of them! How many of these giant ships did the AI build? Jeez. They're getting ready to really engage our allies. But this is what the Excelsior class will look like. I think this is the same as the Sovereign class. At least that's what I would guess. It looks pretty darn cool though. And we have a classic Homeworld battle over here. Where we have the Higarans fighting the Kushan. Indeed. This is what a Homeworld battle would look like. This over here is what a Star Trek versus Homeworld battle looks like. Indeed. We're getting kind of overwhelmed. There's a lot of Star Trek ships out there. Trying to take down that Centaur. The Excelsiors are getting in frickin' range. God, all these names are just dumb in my brain. I would come and help, but all I have are frigates. I have 1 destroyer, and the enemy has like 3 of these Excelsiors. It would wipe me out. It's fun just to watch the AI kill each other. But the AI Federation is probably going to start overwhelming us soon. I mean, my ally does have a lot of Kushan destroyers. I don't know if that's going to be enough firepower to take out these. Well, the frigate class ships would be easy. Hopefully. Oh, took that one out. So much firepower, oh my god! That would be scary. This would be scary to see in the Homeworld Universe. if the Federation came in and tried to start overwhelming us with this kind of firepower. And the Kushan mothership is like, we don't have an answer against these ships. They're unknown to us. Ventusi, help! That's basically what I would be saying. Hey, drone frigate. Don't think that's gonna help you. I mean, maybe. You're the counter to these. No, those are gunships. Never mind. I thought those were these ships, the Spectres. And I think my ship is getting brave. You get over here.
Moving while engaging.
No.
Stand down. We're on hold.
Get over here.
Line confirmed. Copy.
Don't be brave.
Acknowledge.
I know you're a powerful strike craft, but don't be brave.
Coordinates confirmed.
At ease. Supporting friendly units.
Peace sign. That's awesome. Well. Oh, hey, look. Battle cruisers. Higaran battle cruisers.
Acknowledged.
Alright, well, new plan.
Understood.
I'm gonna keep this thing alive so I can show off the last 2 ships for you guys, and that's probably gonna be it. Because we got overwhelmed. The AI is definitely working.
Standing by.
Oh, I can't actually move the shipyard.
Green line confirmed.
Just moving very, very slowly. Okay, well, here is the Midway class. This again is our carrier class, so we can build fighters and corvettes from it.
Entering hyperspace inhibitor.
It's
field.
got a decent amount of damage, so it can probably protect itself against frigates and whatnot.
Destination locked in.
But, yep, this is our
Confirmed.
carrier class. I think we can build, well, we can only build one. Because it's pretty much a destroyer class that has the ability to build its own fighters and corvettes. So I guess it makes sense that you can't build a whole lot of them. We actually don't have enough resources to build the final
Copy.
one. We need 10,000.
Reporting.
Collection confirmed.
Get over here and harvest. My goal right now is to get the ambassador built before we run out of resources. So I could show that off, and then we'll do one big battle, and then we'll call it good for this this little mod preview. Because I think I've showed you guys everything that this mod has to offer. It's very pretty. It looks really, really good. But again, these little glitches where you can't play as a Titan and these GUI issues that happen with it need to probably be fixed before before I really start diving into this mod. Because it is kind of annoying. The only reason I know what these are is because I played Homeworld enough, but someone who's checked out this mod and hasn't really played Homeworld much are like, I can't click on anything. Or I don't know what any of this stuff is, or I don't know what this button is.
Weapons set to full power.
Oh
Pursuing
god.
targets.
No.
Stand down, we're on hold. Coordinates
Like stuff like that would happen. And you'd be freaking out because you're like, no, that's not what I meant to do, and then your ship would die.
Copy.
Guess while we're waiting, we can check on the battle going on right now. Which there isn't really much to check out. There is something really big back here. 3 Excelsiors. 3 battle cruisers. We're so gonna die. We're so gonna die. And there's a little bit of Higaran's fleet. With their torpedo frigates and their ion cannon frigates. Pretty cool. We got our ambassador half built.
Reports enemy contact.
Ooh, boy, boy, boy.
Standing by.
Defensive perimeter set.
Lock all weapons on target.
Alright, let's just go to war. But the ambassador, I don't know if we're actually going to get done, so I'll kind of explain it to you. It's basically the Galaxy class cruiser with experimental weapons. It's very strong, it's very powerful, and actually if we could get it built, we could probably get rid of some of these units.
Frigate
Let's go ahead, check out our battle cruiser.
Guidance failure. We're losing control.
Group 1 defeated. Frigate left.
A player has been eliminated.
Oh no, we lost our ally. But yeah, there goes our battle cruiser.
Damage report.
To be fair, I also haven't upgraded these battle cruisers because I wasn't expecting the AI to be this crazy.
We're going down. We're going.
Reporting.
Yeah, we're not going to get the ambassador done. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this here, guys. This has been the Star Trek versus Homeworld mod. It's really cool. It's really cool to see these battles against Higarans, and I think I shouldn't have made the enemy Federation because they're just way too powerful. I should have made the enemies just Kushan and whatnot. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you like this mod. I'll have the links in the video description for you guys to check it out. And again, I hope you guys enjoy this. Please leave a like if you did, if you like what I do, consider subscribing, and oh my god, you're dead. And I'll check you guys out in the next video. But until then, guys, this is Captain Soban signing out.
Bounty received.
The Faker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.